I think one of the biggest roles that I have now is like helping the creatives that we work with find structure. So all I say, like, I know creatives all work their different ways. So I'm just like, yo, if you tell me you can finish by this date, I'll sort out what happens in between. I'll make sure the client knows what's going on and that they're happy. I'll keep us on track. Um, yeah, you just know that
Yeah.
by this date we need to be done.
And that's the dream for a creative. You want to have that room to explore, to
Mm.
meander,
Yeah.
take a couple of side quests,
Yeah, they
and then
need that
eventually,
space, but
finish.
I think that not a lot of creative uh, freelancers and agencies communicate that to the client. They don't give a
Yeah.
client a window into exactly how the creative mind works and that this is all part of the process to get you that end result that you need.
And
Mm.
is that something
Yeah.
you did from the get-go with your first lines?
No, actually, nah, that's something I learned
Okay.
across the way. I just found that in the early days, there were like I'm a very like stats and like math orientated person. Like I always write down like how many clients did I have this month? How many are coming back? How many were happy? How
Sounds
many
like your mother's
projects
child.
were yeah. Like how many projects were like successful and like
You also have a
Yeah.
spreadsheet,
yeah, I
yeah.
also have a spreadsheet. So after looking at that information, I realized that like a lot of clients weren't coming back, and there were more projects than I would like that were ending badly, like just ending with the client not being happy or it taking too long, or even if everything is on point, the relationship with the client just doesn't seem to be right. Um, and in trying to figure that out, it was just a trial and error of different like strategies and different approaches to how we run projects. And then I eventually arrived on, like, yo, I've tried everything. Let me just be honest, dude. Like, let me just, like, let me just sit there and tell them exactly what's going on. So, when something goes wrong, um, what I was taught in school was like, if you have an issue, the client doesn't need to know about it. You sort it out behind doors, closed doors, and then you just make sure that
Keep
by the
calm.
due date it's sorted and you keep them calm.
Yes.
And I took that as like law, but that's sort of, well, all rules are like really flexible. Um, so that applies to like small things that you can sort out. But the moment I don't know for a fact that I can sort this problem out, the first thing I do is say, like, yo, let's have a meeting. Can I call you? Let me tell you exactly what's going on. Um, like I had to have a call with the client a few weeks ago where I just had to say, like, yo, the sound that came off set is unusable. We've tried everything we know to fix it, and it's not going to work. And going back to having that relationship and creating a relationship with all the
Yeah.
clients, I can then say, I know that like these are your goals. And in order to achieve your goals, the best thing to do would be to re-record the sound.
Reshoot.
And there's like, we can either do ADR, so we go into studio, we put it on screen and like record over, which is like possible. We can reshoot the whole thing. And then I just quote all those options and we send out every single option. And then we say like, yo, you decide what you want to do. If you don't want to work with us, or if you want to just keep muscling ahead with what we've got, this is the level that we're at now. And then you just show them like where the work is at. And I think just being really open about that and being able to speak about that, then we can have a conversation where they can say, okay, look, we can push the date back. We can't afford a full reshoot, but maybe doing this in studio will work. and then I can say, okay,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
will definitely work
Yeah.
if we do it like this. Let's follow this process. And then we make like a new project timeline, just sort everything out. And that's something that like I used to be very scared to do. And I think that when you're still starting out, it's very scary to tell your clients that you have a problem. But at the end of the day, they just want to succeed. They want their business to do well. You want your business to do well. So fixing the problem helps you and your client.